Northern Denver has been the place to be for most of the summer, as the Rockies and their impressive lineup have been right in the middle of a push for the playoffs. But 4 straight losses have the Rockies hearing footsteps in the NL wildcard race. The Giants go to work on Labor Day against their National League West rivals. It's game 1 of the series, Giants-Rockies, and it's coming up next. Road trip begins in Denver on this Labor Day. We wish you well on Labor Day as we get ready for game 1 of this 3-game series, Giants-Rockies. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants go 1-3 on the homestand against the Cardinals. Very tough Cardinals team. Well, now they come into Denver, and we know what Denver's all about. They're trying to hang on to that last wild card spot, so they're a dangerous team all the time, especially now.
Well, the first 72 games of this season, the Rockies are 20 games over 500. Well, since June 1st, they've been 13 games under 500. And they're just coming off a weekend where they got swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks. So they got a little bit of a reel going on into their clubhouse. Giants give the ball to Chris Stratton, who's been really fantastic last 3 starts. His ERA is 0.96. He's given up 2 runs in 18 2/3. So he's throwing with confidence, and you're going to need that to face this Rockies lineup here, and hopefully the Giants can spoil the party.
Their lineup is loaded. So it'll be Stratton, it'll be Bettis. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to an agent today or call 1-800-STATE-FARM. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new $4.99 Smoky Jack Burger Combo with small fries and a small drink, limited time only. And by the 2017 Jeep Cherokee with an EPA estimated 30 highway miles per gallon.
Back here in Denver, as the Rockies have taken the field, our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend, 86 degrees. You see the winds and the humidity, and there are a few clouds, and it is just a little hazy, and it's perfect. Here's Bruce Bochy's lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Span, Panic, and then Buster Posey. Loves it here. Followed by Crawford, Sandoval, and Hunter Pence. Hundley will be behind the dish hitting 7th, and Williamson, and then Stratton.
On the hill today for these Colorado Rockies will be the 6'1", and even 6 foot tall, 215-pound, 28-year-old Chad Bettis, a cancer survivor. This is what he has done in 4 starts. 0-2 with a 4.88 ERA. From a high 3/4 release, you're going to see a fastball that averages right around 90. Big curveball with a good tilt on that curveball, slider and a changeup, and when he's right, he'll throw anything at any time. Still looking to get back on track as he has been battling cancer this year, testicular cancer, and they say that he is cancer-free, doing well. Against the Giants' lifetime attended career appearances, he's 3-4 with a 4.43 ERA. Defensively behind him, the Rockies are going to set it this way. It's going to be Parra, Blackman, and Gonzalez. Really good arms on the corners. Desmond Arenado on the left side, LeMahieu, Reynolds on the right side, and Jonathan Lucroy. He'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here we are as we get ready for game 1 of this 3-game series. Game 1 of this 6-game road trip is Denard Span steps in on this Labor Day. And the first pitch of the ball game, here it is, and it's outside for a ball. So we get started at 1:11 here in Denver. Span with a swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Span did not play yesterday. It was Gorky Hernandez. Overall 262 with 9 home runs, 34 runs batted in. And Joe West says that's a strike. It's 1-2. It's West, Porter, Fletcher, Siegel.
Joe West, a low ball umpire. You will see a little width on both sides of the plate, and he is not afraid to ring a guy up. I think he rather enjoys it.
Pulled on the ground to first, and this game gets started with a 3 unassisted. I'm being told that Porter is at second and Fletcher is at first. So we'd like to thank the Rockies PR staff for making us look bad. Here's Panic, and Panic takes low.
First time all year.
Yeah, first time we've made a mistake all year, and we're proclaiming it loud and clear. It's not our fault. Swing and a miss to Joe Panic, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 267 for Panic. 9 home runs, 43 runs batted in, with that man, Buster Posey, on deck. High fly ball to right. It is out of here. And it's 1-0 Giants. Well, we got some Giants fans here today.
Home run number 10 for Joe Panic. And when you come to Coors Field and you're going to play 3 games, your first at bat, that's how you want to start it out.
Well, yeah, you start to think maybe you're going to hit 4 or 5 in this series.
They try and go in tight to jam him, and he was sitting on the inside location looking for a fastball, gets it, and deposits it, second decker.
Here's Buster Posey, who takes high. Buster at 318 with 12 home runs. He's got 57 runs batted in. And a strike, and that evens the count.
Example of that low strike you get from Joe West.
Little bloop to right, and Buster Posey's got a hit.
Nice little lob wedge out there. Right now it's time for our Nissan keys to the game. And for Chris Stratton, be aggressive. No walks in Coors Field. Get after him. Strike one, very important. And number two, be ready to thump. This Rockies offense has a reputation. You got to be able to try and bang with them. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
Be ready to thump. I like that.
Well, Joe Panic, he was ready.
You know what? You've been saving that one for a while.
Yeah, I've been holding out.
Here's Crawford. Crawford at 247. So this will be Bettis for the first time out of the stretch. And there's a swing and a miss. And that ball almost threw that one to the backstop. Pablo Sandoval on deck. Just underway on Labor Day.
Perfect day to hit. Not much wind, if any, right now. Carry from foul line to foul line.
1-2.
Not the first time you've ever said that about Coors Field. One thing about Coors Field is that the infield a little shaggier than we normally see it, so they've made it a little more fair for pitchers. Outfield, same deal. Not quite as fast in the gaps as we've seen it times past.
Crawford rolls this one, and they'll get one, and that's it. So Sandoval's going to hit. Pablo is due for a hit. He has got a major scuffle going right now. So let's see if we can back that up with some stats. 0 for 29.
Yeah, that's his major scuffle.
On the homestand, 0 for 10.
Yeah, that's a major scuffle.
But loves hitting here. Swing.
Now the thing about his slump is that he's had a lot of that, a lot of swing and miss.
Yeah, he's usually a guy that hits a lot of foul balls. He'll put the ball in play. Cued, foul. LeMahieu's out in shallow right field. Desmond is not on the overshift, although he is playing Sandoval to pull. Quick toss. Crawford is back. So Crawford with the mitt. The head first sliding mitt. It's 0-2 to Sandoval. Down low, 1-2. The Giants went 1-3 on the homestand. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. They're 4-10 against the Rockies this year. And it's high. It's 2-2. And it's just one last negative note. 0-7 here in Denver.
So it makes them do. That's kind of how they feel about it. They've had a few bad breaks. Now they're thinking good breaks might be coming our way. You have to think that way.
On the ground, LeMahieu, and they got him, and that'll end the inning. So it's a panic home run, and that's it for the Giants. His 10th of the year, and it's bye-bye baby, and it's Chris Stratton coming out. It'll be Blackman to lead things off, then LeMahieu, and then that guy Arenado. Parra, Reynolds, and Gonzalez. Desmond in the 7th slot. Then it's the former Brewer, Jonathan Lucroy, and then Chad Bettis.
Chris Stratton on the hill today for the Giants. You take a look at what he has done. 2-3 with a 3.82 ERA. But that doesn't tell you the whole story. The last 3 starts, he's been fantastic. 2-1 with an 0.96 ERA. Stratton got a little bit of experience with the Rockies. Faced him earlier this year out of relief through 3 shutout innings against them. Against Stratton, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a fastball that'll go low to mid-90s, and when he's right, you're going to see a lot of corner pitching on both sides of the plate. He's got a curveball, a slider, and a changeup that he throws out of a high 3/4 release. And he is pitching with a lot of confidence right now. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Chris Stratton today for the Giants. Starting in the outfield from left to right will be Williamson, Span, and Pence. Good arms on the corners. Crawford, Sandoval on the left side. Panic and Posey on the right side. And Nick Huntley, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
And it's Charlie Blackman to lead things off. And a little bit outside. 340. Pretty good. 32 home runs. Pretty good. 85 runs batted in. Pretty good. Swing and a miss. And he's the Rockies' leadoff hitter.
This guy has a very solid argument to be in the MVP of the National League this year. That's how good he's been. He is the whole package.
Good pitch. 1-2.
He's a good defensive player. He's a good base runner. With the bat this year, he has been putting on a clinic.
Got him.
Like we said, Joe West is not afraid to ring a guy up. Knee-high guy, and he likes the corners. And for Chris Stratton, I mean, this is a good umpire.
Well, Blackman wasn't too pleased with Joe West.
I mean, that's a good pitch.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think it's too close to take. Put it that way.
So good sign for Stratton that he's coming out with a good command of that fastball.
Here's DJ. He gets a hit every time against the Giants' LeMahieu.
It only seems that way.
And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. 7 home runs, 56 driven in. Center field. 2 outs. Had it all the way. And here's
Not a
Arenado.
problem.
So here's Arenado. First pitch at the knees for a strike. 30 home runs, 111 runs batted in. Down low.
Talked about Charlie Blackman's claim to the MVP in the National League. Well, Nolan Arenado, he's got a pretty good argument.
And a base hit.
Look out, Chris Stratton.
Right back where it came from.
Well, these are ones you'd rather not have come your way. And even us old pitchers, we still cringe.
Make you want to not pitch the guy away, you know?
Makes you don't want to pitch the guy at all.
At all. Here's Parra. Parra, all he's hitting is 338. And he bounces this one right back to where it came from, and that'll end the inning. That was actually kind of a relaxing inning.
I'm not used to those here.
1-0 Giants. On this date in 2005, that's right, Matt Cain, the horse, his first career win. He wins 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, 4 strikeouts. He threw 101 pitches, and the Giants won that ball game 3-2. Look at that guy.
Well, just a baby at 20 years old, and what a great Giant he has been throughout his great career.
Hence pops this one up into center field for Charlie Blackmon, but it's Parra who makes the catch.
Charlie Blackmon saying, yo, stay in your own neighborhood, pal.
Absolutely. So here's Hundley at 259 with 6 home runs, 25 driven in.
Hundley, a former Rocky, loved playing here. So it's a great town to play in, great group of guys.
Fouls this one out of play. Said he likes San Francisco better.
I mean, Nick Hundley's the kind of guy, he's going to fit in and be happy wherever he's at.
Look at the 3 towns he's played in.
San Diego, Colorado, San Francisco.
Not too shabby. And he takes that pitch inside.
And Nick Hundley's one of those guys that he just doesn't have a bad day. Good teammate.
On the ground, Arenado. And Arenado, 2 runners.
Well, the Dodgers are coming to AT&T Park Monday, September 11th, and they'll be there for 3 days through the 13th. On the 13th, that Wednesday, first 40,000 fans are going to get a Frank Robinson bobblehead presented by PlayStation. So come out to the ballpark early as we honor Frank Robinson, a pregame ceremony. As always, tickets are available at sfgiants.com.
Here's Mac Williamson. I just figured out why Parra took that ball and not Blackmon. He's got a gold glove. Blackmon doesn't.
Well, there you go.
Kind of would settle the argument, right? If the 2 ever got into one.
I'll say what, listen, I mean, Charlie Blackmon doesn't have to apologize for his defense. He's a Gold Glove waiting to happen.
He certainly does have a chance to win one.
And one thing, if you play outfield every day in this ballpark, you better have some range.
You better.
And
Yes,
Blackmon
you better.
does.
And Mac Williamson stays alive.
All three of these Rockies outfielders have good range.
Yeah, they all could probably play center field too.
Carlos Gonzalez.
And I think at any given time they all probably have.
Gerardo Parra. And Blackmon. When's the last time you saw an all left-handed outfield?
Yeah, you don't see it very often. Of course, all right-handed infield. Tapped. Foul. Mac Williamson did not want that anyway.
No, he wants to hit one off the scoreboard in left field. That's his goal.
He did not want that little dribbler.
2 double day yesterday for Mac Williamson, his first game back since being called up from Sacramento. Lots of power. Big fella. 6'4", 240. And I don't know if there's any fat on that body at all. He's just a big fella.
So it's 2-2. And it's 3-2.
Bettis is a guy that likes to work quick. Williamson is a guy that likes to take his time getting in the box.
Popped up, it's LeMahieu shading his eyes. And that'll end the inning. It'll be Reynolds, Gonzalez, Desmond coming up.
Off of Luke Weaver, it was his 3rd home run of the season, 17th of his career, as he extends the record that he holds in the Giants organization, going back 134 years for most lifetime home runs by a Giants pitcher. And that, folks, was no cheapie. That's our Togo's big play, the Togo's way. Look, what, about 450 feet?
Yeah, he doesn't get cheapies, does he? Here's Reynolds. There's Bum. Reynolds really good year. And he takes a strike. He's hitting .270. He's got 28 home runs, 88 driven in. And he was a guy that wasn't really supposed to play that much. Good curveball.
Well, then Ian Desmond, who was going to be their first baseman, got hurt in spring training, and the Rockies said, well, let's bring back Reynolds, and boy, did he go off.
And he gets him to chase.
Good 0-2 breakable. Second strikeout for Stratton. Well, the Giants Insider Podcast is back on NBCSportsBayArea.com, brought to you by Max Muscle. And you can log on each week and listen to Alex Pavlovich talk baseball. Giants Insider Podcast with Alex Pavlovich on NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Spotify.
Well, they didn't lie to us in the truck yesterday. Alex is here.
He's here. Hey, Mom's here.
We got some Giants fans here. As Gonzalez takes a pitch down low. Off year for Gonzalez. 8 home runs, 43 driven in. And it's 2-0.
Guys trying to crowd him on the inside corner with hard stuff. Gonzalez likes to get extended. Good middle away guy.
This is towards the end of the bat, thank goodness. 2 down.
Sun is a bit of a problem right now for balls in the middle of the field. So shortstop, second baseman, and center fielders, they are having to battle the sun.
There's Alex.
Next to Erwin Higueros.
I'm thinking Alex has got the shades on for one reason.
Yeah, aired it out last night.
Rough night here in Denver last night.
Yeah, but Erwin, no, he's right on bushy tail.
Well, we know that. He sat in front of us on the plane last night. Desmond takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
But Alex, he got Blake Streeted.
Ooh, my goodness. And a base hit. 2-out single for Desmond. Here's Jonathan Lucroy. There's Matt Chisholm on the far right. Matt Chisholm went from an intern to head of the department. How about that?
Oh, he's fantastic.
And had a couple of years here in Denver.
Giants PR department is just absolutely fantastic.
They're the best. I can't think of one thing that we've asked them to do, whether it's with the notes or the lineup card, and they haven't just gone right out and done it for us. Lucroy hitting .249. Those are his numbers combined. And he fouls this one back. He and Buster Posey shared the duties behind the dish in the World Baseball Classic.
Lucroy came up with the Brewers. Spent some time this year with the Texas Rangers.
That's correct.
Got back to the National League. He and Buster Posey were a great 1-2 punch in that WBC. Americans won.
So it's 0-2 to Jonathan Lucroy. All back. An important game involving the wild card race, and in the National League Central today, the Brewers and the Reds are going at it in Cincinnati, and it's 4-4. Brewers were down 4-0 in that game. And a toss to first, and diving back in is Desmond.
I mean, you can put that on the list of good things that Chris Stratton can do, and that is hold a runner on. He's got a very good move to first. You get off a little too far, and he can pick you off quickly.
A good take. It's 1-2.
Good 0-2 pitch as well. That's what you want.
Chad Bettis, the pitcher's on deck. And a quick toss. Desmond is back. Now, Desmond's got 11 steals, and he's been thrown out 4 times. So he is a guy that is not afraid to take off from time
And I
to
think
time.
this is a good time for a guy to go.
In the dirt. Yeah, if you go and make it, you really force that manager to decide, do you want to go after this hitter or do you want to go after the pitcher, and then you got to deal with the leadoff hitter the next inning. So I agree with you. That plus I'm in an agreeable mood today on Labor Day.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Three and 2. Good take by Lucroy.
One thing Lucroy does well, he uses the middle of the field. He's a gap-to-gap guy. And now with the 3-2 2-out situation, Desmond, who's got good speed, is going to get a 2-out jump. And if a ball finds a gap in this ballpark, it's an easy score for a guy with speed from first.
Yeah, this is where if you're in the outfield, you should move back a couple of steps. That will be fouled down the right field line. This is what's going on in the wild card. The Rockies have a half a game lead on Milwaukee and 3 on the Cardinals. The Cardinals are, I believe they have a day off today. No, they have a 4-game series. That's right.
San
In San Diego.
So a lot yet to be determined in the National League wild card.
Runner goes, out of play again.
A few weeks ago, it was all but assumed that the Rockies and the Diamondbacks were going to be the 2 representatives in the National League for the wild card. Not so fast, my friend. Rockies, since June 1st, have played 13 games below 500. Why is that significant? Well, the first 72 games of the year, they were 20 games over 500. And slowly but surely, they have allowed other teams to crawl back into the scenario involving the wild card.
So it will be Bettis that's going to hit. Now Bettis on the year is 0 for 4. And those are his numbers lifetime. But in this park, anybody can hit. There's a pitch down low. Nope, 2-0.
Now this becomes a big pitch. It's a great time for an old catcher to go out and talk to a rook. Say, hey, you got good stuff. Why are you nibbling? Trust it. And that is great advice. Trust it. Coors Field can be a bit intimidating.
There's your strike. Right at the belt.
That's a trusted fastball.
2-2. This is a really nice day, you know what?
It's beautiful. And it's supposed to be rumored to be low 90s today.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. 3 strikeouts for Stratton. He will lead things off.
Day 2010 at Dodger Stadium. That's when Juan Uribe hit a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th inning off of Jonathan Broxton to take a 5-4 lead. Giants were down 4-0 after 6. They scored all 5 runs on home runs. Top of the 7th, Buster Posey hit a home run off Ted Lilly, and top of the 8th, Renteria homered off Lilly, and Burrell, he homered off Dotel. And that is our Jeep drives of the game.
I'm saying that was when it propelled them into that last weekend against the Padres.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I like that guy, Uribe.
It was fun to be around.
So here's Stratton. Stratton, by the way, is looking for a hit. It's 0 for 8. This is the park to do it. And a called strike.
That was the pitch to do it.
That was the pitch to do it.
He's got the pitch in the park. Get his first big league knock.
Foul.
He just needs a little work. He could help himself out if he takes the batting donut off the bat, though.
Get it started a little sooner.
A little tardy. Choke up.
Joe West discards that ball after it went in the dirt. It's 1-2. Giants with a 1-0 lead on the Joe Panik home run, and that is strike 3 call. Well, Tuesday, the 12th, is Bay Area Unite, honoring Bay Area sports legend Joe Montana as he throws out the first pitch. You need a special event package to get the Montana bobblehead. You need a ticket, the special ticket. It's Giants and Dodgers. sfgiants.com/special events.
Great athlete that he is.
Joe Montana.
He could have played this game.
Foul. Yeah, I figured Joe to be a shortstop.
Shortstop, 20 home run a year guy.
No. 10.
10?
Yeah.
Gold Glover?
Yeah. Like Robin Yount, you know, later on in his career, moved to center field.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
There you go.
0-2. Span rolled out to Reynolds at first in the first. And he stays alive.
Oh yeah, got to hydrate on a day like today. Denver, very arid, desert-like. Kind of a wasted effort there in a 1-2 pitch. You hate to just give up an easy take like that. Addison Bumgarner. Jeff Samardzija.
High drive to right. It is out of here. And it's 2-0.
Denard Span hits a lot of home runs in 2-strike counts.
He does.
And that is his 10th home run of the year. We had Joe Panik's 10th earlier. Let's take a look at the 2-2 pitch. Right out on a tee. Get the foot down early. Just an easy stroke in a Coors Field. Launch angles, everything.
Here's Panik, who looks at a strike. In the dirt with Buster Posey on deck. Make you think you might hit another one today, you know?
Once you hit one, you think you're going to hit a bunch.
Nope. 2-1.
Now, think back on the home run that Panik hit. It was in the inside corner. They set up for it. 10 home runs this season and 5 with 2 strikes for Span.
Right at Blackman.
Which backed up our theory.
Every once in a while, the truck will back up what you say.
Well, they picked their spots.
Here's Buster, who loves to hit here. One of the series we were here, Buster was hurt. It may have been, was it the time he was on the concussion 7-day?
Well, that was early in the season then.
Suppose he blooped a single into center field in the first. Buster turned around to say something to Joe West.
Yeah, like, Joe, seriously?
Killing me, Joe?
Man, there's not a pitcher on the planet who would love that strike.
Got him well in the inning. So the Giants come up with another home run. It's Denard Span who hits his 10th. And it's bye-bye, baby. It's 2-0 Giants. 49ers fan, in-depth 49ers coverage every single day with Matt Mayoko on the NBCSportsBayArea.com and the home of the official pre- and post-game shows of the team. Sunday to Sunday, the home of the authentic 49ers fan. Matt Mayoko, the hardest working reporter in the Bay Area. Matt Mayoko. He's all over the place.
I didn't know that about him.
Plus he's a baseball fan too. Blackman takes inside, 2 balls and no strikes. LeMahieu. Arenado. Deep to right center field. And gone. And it's 2-1.
Hitters in baseball that have 33 home runs on the year. This is number 33 at a first pitch changeup. And this, folks, is what he does. You make a mistake, he can hurt you long.
So here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu with a fly ball to center field in the first. Make a one-handed, barehanded one-handed catch. Nice play.
Well, that's the ultimate if you're a fan. A barehanded one-hander.
Joe West flinched on that. 2 balls and a strike.
Joe, you're killing me. Chris Stott thought to himself. I mean, you see those things when you're on the mound. An umpire gets up and he flinches like he's going to call it, and then doesn't. Strat going right back in on that side. So now LeMahieu thinking, well, wait, you just called that a ball. What's the deal?
Tap foul.
Talking about 2-strike approach. Some guys do well in it. We mentioned Span. He hits half his home runs at 2-strike counts. LeMahieu's a great 2-strike hitter, and he has one of the best approaches in all of baseball to right field as a right-handed hitter.
And a fair ball. I don't think LeMahieu even knew where he hit it. He stayed in the box, and he didn't run.
Well, and it wasn't a bad pitch. Stratton went right back in on his hands with a fastball. Set it up with an outside breaking ball. The previous pitch, that's right on the hands. And LeMahieu, you're right. I don't think he saw it. If he sees this thing, I mean, he's got a chance for 2 bases. Fights this thing off. And then all of a sudden, yeah, there it is.
So here's Arenado. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Arenado hit a line drive right back up the middle for a base hit in the first. Gerardo Parra is on deck. There's a good pitch right there. It's 1-2. Arenado said, no, Joe, it was not a good pitch.
You'll see a lot of low strikes from Joe West. That's the same strike zone he had the very first day he showed up in the big leagues in 1977.
But that was a good pitch.
Yeah.
Foul. Emergency swing. It's 1-2. Double play ball. Crawford to Panic to Posey. That's what the doctor ordered. And here's Parra. Hey, Dave Fleming's here. John Miller is on assignment. Dave will be in 4, 5, and 6. I'll see you back here in the 7th. It was John and Janine Miller's anniversary yesterday.
Happy 30th anniversary.
They're watching. We absolutely love to wish them a happy anniversary. A great couple. I find nothing wrong with Janine, only a few things wrong with John. There's a pitch high to Parra.
Yeah, the big kahuna.
The big kahuna. Parra bunts a bloop, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. I would not allow a left-handed hitter in this park to bunt for a hit.
Well, I agree.
I just wouldn't do it.
Parra's missed a lot of time this year because of an injury, basically half the season. He's got 10 home runs.
Especially with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Parra. Out of play. Boy, it got windy all of a sudden. It is now blowing dust and I don't know what it's blowing, but it's not as clear as it used to be.
Well, they've had major forest fires that have come in from as far as California, Oregon, Washington, Montana.
Down the left field line, out of play.
Listen to the local weather report today, and they were talking about the quality of the air. I mean, this is kind of the same quality air that we saw in the Bay Area because of all the fires and for all the concern that has been to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. We want to send our concern and care and best wishes for those dealing with the forest fires because it is raging right now.
Yep.
We're thinking of you.
Two and 2 to Parra. Here's the pitch. Foul. Yeah, you see how the wind is blowing the trees out in center field.
It's really one of the cooler backdrops in center field for the batter's eye in all of baseball.
Yeah, it really is.
A good battle right here. Parra getting a lot of pitches out of Stratton.
He should be at what, 45 around now?
At the end of the 3rd, you want to be 45 or less. So he's a little high. Rockies are definitely making him work this second time through the lineup.
Foul that. Always been a good little player. Foul again.
Yeah, he brought his glove. Attaboy.
Generous fan. That guy right there. Way to go.
Look at the size of his hands. Like he wears his mitts wherever he goes. They're called hands. Get a Rawlings contract.
10th pitch coming up. To Parra. And he walked him. Second walk.
First baseman, number 12, Mark Reynolds.
So here's Reynolds. Stratton got Reynolds to swing at a pitch in the dirt for a strikeout. And a pop-up out of play. Breaking ball in the dirt. So an inning where Stratton would like to get off the mound. He's thrown a lot of pitches. He's only allowed a run, and that was on the Charlie Blackmon home run. Right now he's benefiting from the Arenado double play. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
Well, I mean, that's what good offensive teams do. I mean, they adjust their second and third time they come up and face a pitcher. They take that knowledge that they learned in previous at bats, they apply it.
Crawford will go the short way, and that'll end the inning. So the damage is a run. Dave Fleming will be in. I will see you back here in the 7th. It's 2-1 Giants.
Papa Ray Ratto and Kelly Johnson bring you the happy hour today after postgame live at NBC Sports Bay Area. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. Giants 2, Rockies 1. Here to tell you about it, my friend Dave Fleming.
Hi, Mike.
Welcome.
Yeah. On this Labor Day Monday, where I know you guys were just talking about it, but it's amazing the effect of, I don't know if this is a local wildfire that has pushed this smoke or what, but Man. It's like a storm has arrived.
We were talking about it. I got up this morning early, listened to the local broadcast, and this is all from forest fires on the West Coast. From California, Oregon, up into Washington, Montana. It's all coming down into Denver. We said it yesterday coming out of San Francisco. You know, it's going to be nice to get out of the bad air that we've seen in San Francisco the last several days. Well, it's followed us right into Denver. And it is not a comfortable environment to play baseball.
No. And it just happened so fast. That's why I thought, well, maybe something local has happened to exacerbate all that, because it was like we were just putzing along. It was a nice sunny day. And then whether the wind changed or whatever, it's like a storm has arrived.
Well, a storm's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to have a threat of rain tomorrow. Of course, it's the Rockies.
The Rocky Mountains.
Just missed.
Crawford, Pablo Sandoval, and Hunter Pence here in the fourth inning against Chad Bettis, who's given up the 2 solo home runs. That's the difference in the game. Panic and Span. That one right down the middle, but that changeup, and that's where the change of speeds. You can make a location mistake, and the hitter's still off balance. Doesn't make you pay for it. That one on the ground. The defense playing it perfectly. Ian Desmond throws out Crawford. Ian Desmond had not played a game, started a game at shortstop since he left the Nationals until today.
Well, he's a great athlete, and I mean, I think that was one of the considerations that they had when they were thinking about bringing him over here, was that he could play anywhere. They had him penciled in to play first base this year until he got hurt. But he's played in the outfield, he's played first, he's played short now. And he can represent.
Strike one to Pablo. It is kind of impressive. A guy, he was a shortstop a lot for the Nationals, but he played with the Rangers last year, Rockies this year. Not played short for 2 years basically until today. And he's out there.
Well, it's not like he doesn't know the dance. I mean, he played it for a long time and got to the big leagues as a shortstop.
Little chopper, not going to be an easy play. Desmond showing a lot of range, throws him out.
Well, like I said, I mean, he knows the footwork.
Pretty good example right there.
Certainly not a play that you work on during batting practice if you're taking ground balls at short. But you get out there and just kind of make an ad lib. Chad Bettis is loving it.
Hey, wasn't that a great play I just made? Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, go do it again. It's the big leagues. I expect that. You know, it is pretty amazing when you're down there, you're playing, and guys make plays like this behind you, or they make great plays. And you do come to expect it.
Who was that guy for you?
Well, we had a whole infield full of them with Matt Williams and Jose Uribe and Robbie Thompson, Will Clark. I mean, they did things every day. I'd shake my head.
Thank you. Do it again.
Gary Maddox, the center fielder, when I was in Philadelphia, he'd do some amazing things I'd never seen before. Mike Schmidt, he was amazing.
Yeah. You did. You played with some great defensive players.
Manny Trio, Ivan De Jesus. I'll tell you a guy who was as good as any is Chris Brown. I mean, his career took a weird turn, but I mean, he was gifted defensively.
Super talent.
Just reminds you, it's little subtle reminders that you're in the big leagues when a guy makes a play like that. And when you have a team that's a good defensive team, like the best defensive team I ever saw was the 1993 Giants. They were unbelievable. They do something miraculous every day with Bonds in left and Darren Lewis in center and Willie McGee in right and Clark and Thompson and Royce Clayton, Matt Williams, Kurt Manwaring. They were amazing.
I mean, you look back on it because everybody thinks of the offense of that team. A huge reason why they were so good was that defense. Huge reason. On the ground to short, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. Ian Desmond makes all 3 plays. Looking like a shortstop out there behind Bettis. On to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Giants.
Is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust. By Cal Football. The Bears take on Ole Miss and USC this September. Tickets at calbears.com. By Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy some ice cold liquid Aloha tonight.
Labor Day Monday here in Denver. We're at Coors Field. Giants leading the Rockies 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants trying to win a game in this beautiful ballpark for the first time all year. And as the bottom of the 4th gets started, maybe the wind is shifted a little bit. The smoke is clearing just a bit. A little brighter outside. Cargo takes a ball.
I would imagine that the sunset tonight is going to be unbelievable.
I think you're right about that. Not necessarily for a good reason, but it does produce spectacular sunsets.
And this is the land of great sunsets.
That one is driven down the left field line. It's a fair ball. And it sticks in the corner. Carlos Gonzalez has a leadoff double.
Well, the one thing you know coming into this game is that Carlos Gonzalez is going to make you pay if you go out over the plate above the belt. You see the target up and in, and that's just a mislocation. And really, if you're Stratton, you have to feel lucky that that ball didn't get hit out of the ballpark. Carlos Gonzalez feasts on mistakes up and away.
So now Desmond, who singled his first time up. It's been mostly a lost year for the biggest offseason acquisition for the Rockies. He just hadn't played much. He has not been healthy. Starting all the way back in spring training. Ball 1. Tying run at second, nobody out. Back toward Lucroy, who didn't even flinch. Maybe he didn't see it.
No time to flinch.
Another foul ball. It's 1-2. I give Stratton some credit here. The last 2 innings, he has had to go deep into a lot of counts, had a hard time finishing off some hitters. His command hasn't been quite as sharp. He's only given up the 1 run. He's done some good damage control.
Well, you know, too, if you're Chris Stratton, you just go as long as you can, as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Giants have 10 guys in their bullpen right now. I mean, this is September. Rosters have expanded. So don't try and save anything. Get after it. For the most part today, I mean, he's gone after these Rockies.
Got him. Good fastball, 93 miles an hour. So 1 out. September Fan Appreciation Month, not just Fan Appreciation Day at the end of the month. All month long, Giants are giving away prizes, ballpark experiences, round trip Alaska Airlines vouchers at every Giants home game, plus a chance to win. Even if you're not at AT&T Park, sfgiants.com/fan appreciation. And why not say thanks to Giants fans for hanging in there all year? I mean, the Giants, very obviously, the results on the field have not been what they were hoping for. And yet, game in, game out, home and away, Giants fans are everywhere.
Father and son brought their gloves. The old man, a left-hander. Looks like he could give you a little inning or 2 out of short relief, huh?
Maybe get a little velocity.
I know one thing. Those 2 guys, they're catch partners.
Yeah.
A lot of backyard catch for these 2. Greatest game ever invented. That's all baseball is, really. It's a game of catch.
It's the sport where I think it might be the only sport where practice is as fun as the games, where just playing catch can be just as fun as playing in a game.
Great point. I used to love getting to the ballpark just to play catch before the game.
That's it.
It was fun. And you learn a lot of things playing catch. You get into a lot of bad habits playing catch. It's important when you play catch, you pick out a spot on the person's chest that you're playing catch with, and you keep your eyes on that spot when you throw that ball, and then you try and throw that ball right through them every time. You watch most people play catch, they throw the ball to the person, and they watch the ball after they throw it. 2 big mistakes.
To short, Desmond, or Cargo rather, breaks for third. Crawford throws out Lucroy. Giants will take that. That's a big second out. Now with the pitcher coming up, Stratton has a chance to get through this 4th inning.
That was a funky ground ball for Brandon Crawford. Now watch how low Crawford gets his glove and then stays with the ball that comes up. If you get your glove down, it's a lot easier to come up than it is to go down.
Good example of that. Bettis, a little check swing foul.
Just to watch JT Snow when he played first base, he'd get into his position to field, and he'd slap the ground with his glove every time. Just a reminder, get that glove down. Ball comes to you. If it comes up, you can come up with it. If your glove's high to begin with, going down, that's not so easy.
Bettis was up in a big spot in the second. He had 2 on, 2 out. Now he's got a runner at third, 2 out. He's a guy who we've known as a pretty good hitting pitcher. Chris Stratton, that pitch count at 76 now. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. But he and the Giants have a 2-1 lead. Got the call there, 2-2.
90-mile-an-hour cutter, perfect pitch. Now with 2 strikes, Bettis is going to have to go out and he's going to have to cover the next one.
Bettis on the ground and past the lunge of panic. That will tie the game. He did cover the next one.
And that is a base hit that hurts. It hurts for a number of reasons. It obviously ties the ball game, but it turns the lineup over, and here comes Charlie Blackmon. And it happens in a 2-out, 2-strike situation. And that's not a hanger. I mean, that's just a nice job of anticipating a pitch on the outside part of the plate, covering it, going with the movement.
Well, this guy has just been awesome. Homered his last time up. Takes ball here. More total bases than anybody in the big leagues. Leading the league in hitting. Leading the league in a lot of categories.
Good player.
And you guys showed the home numbers. Home numbers are just ridiculous. This was a guy who went to college as a pitcher, didn't even pitch. They wouldn't let him hit. Finally, he was kind of hurting, wasn't pitching at all. Said, I'd like to try playing in the outfield, please. And finally, like his sophomore year of college, started to hit a little bit. Now he's one of the best hitters in the game.
And a legitimate contender for the MVP in the National League.
Yes, he is.
He makes a great argument. I mean, he's doing things out of the leadoff spot this year you just don't see. I mean,
last
coming
guy
into this game hitting 340. He's got 33 home runs, and he's got a good shot to get 100 RBIs for the years out.
The last guy with this many home runs is a leadoff hitter in the National League, Hanley Ramirez. It was a long time ago, almost a decade ago. Well, Chris Stratton, he may not be in this game a whole lot longer. He's having to work so hard. We always talk about the effects of altitude pitching here in Denver. That's a strike, 3-2. Rockies have tied the game on a hit by their pitcher. Bettis is at first. Full count. That one's a base hit. Bettis around to third. Charlie Blackmon's got his second hit of the day. Dave Righetti's coming out.
Well, he's going to give him a bit of a breather right here. I mean, right now, Stratton is pitching for his life. Take a look at the 91-mile-an-hour cut. I mean, look, it's down and low. They wanted that target on the outside part of the plate. Blackmon, who covers down and in very well, is seeing the ball out of the hand of Stratton, and he's seeing it big. So Dave Righetti going to go out, give him just a bit of a breather. And we have come to a very, very important stage in this game.
Yes, we have. I mean, you figured after you got through Desmond and Lucroy, Stratton had a real great chance just to end the inning and keep the lead. Now he's having to fight to stay in this game himself. Giants stirring in the bullpen. I don't think anybody's up and throwing yet. But you're in the middle of the order now. Blackmon at first, LeMahieu at the plate. Pitcher Bettis at third. LeMahieu on the ground into center field. Rockies take the lead for the first time.
And this is a team that has traditionally been great at rolling up a big number in an inning. And it started out when they opened up their career here in Denver at Mile High Stadium. It rolled right in when they opened up the doors here at Coors. They can get an inning going where you just can't close it out.
And the last 3 hits, not exactly moonshots, just a couple of ground balls and a little low liner. But 2 runs are in. Now you're facing another MVP candidate in Nolan Arenado. And you're staring at a huge inning. Ball 1.
They do have a base to use. Given the reputation that Arenado has had against the Giants, especially in this ballpark, it's a good time to nibble.
That helps.
Yeah, check swing foul balls. That's a good sign.
He didn't like those. Nolan's brother had a really good year in the Giants minor league system. Really came on in the second half of the season, put up big numbers for San Jose. Two and 1. Albert Suarez warming up. He's the long man today, Bruce Bochy told us before the game. Giants may need him. I mean, it is September. The idea of a long man's a little different now with the expanded roster. 2 and 2.
Well, I mean, organizations know that arms are tired, especially young arms. For young arms, guys who had a couple years in the minor leagues, well, all of a sudden they get the big leagues. There's one more month onto a season, and it can wear you down. I mean, mentally, you're not ready for it. So because of that, your young arms you're protective with. Next pitch going to be number 90 for Stratton.
Yeah, and it's only the 4th inning.
Ooh.
Yikes. Well, how about don't do that again?
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again.
We got to the ballpark today, and we're getting out the bus, and here comes a guy on a skateboard coming right out of the Rockies players parking lot, and it was Arenado. It was an electric skateboard.
Just like it was nothing.
Just like he was a kid going to class, the second year of college. Of course, this was an electric skateboard.
Yeah, a little different than maybe the old days, but still.
No helmet. I can't imagine that the Rockies would be overly enthusiastic about him. We're talking about it, and just about that time, here comes Carlos Gonzalez on his skateboard.
The skateboard's a little. The Giants had the whole thing with everybody had an electric scooter a few years back. That's a little different, I think. Got handlebars. 3 and 2. Well, this could be it for Chris Stratton. That's a guy on deck, Gerardo Parra. 2 on, 2 out, 2 runs in. And one of the best hitters in the game at the plate. 3-2. Did he go? No.
No, says Andy Fletcher at first base. And Bruce Bochy's losing his mind. All right, did he go? Yeah, that's right out there where it's 50-50. We've seen it call a ball, we've seen it call a strike. It's not an automatic.
It's the kind of call in this park against this lineup that can determine a game.
And it keeps the line moving. Indeed it can.
So bases loaded for Parra, who really is having an excellent year. He's hitting .336. He's the cleanup hitter. He walked his last time up, and that one not close. Only 10 home runs, not your traditional cleanup guy, but just a really good overall hitter. Well, you got to think this will be it either way for Chris Stratton. Pretty good cut. 94 pitches in 4 innings is a lot, and 34 already in this inning.
Yeah, a lot of stretch time too.
Blackman at third, LeMahieu at second, Arenado at first. 2 runs already in. 2 out hit by the pitcher kept this thing going. Think about what a big moment that was.
It wasn't a hanging pitch either. It was a good pitch.
2-1.
And this is not the kind of place you just want to put yourself into a situation where you have to say, here, hit it. You have to think location, good location with everything you put up there.
Here, hit it balls here go a long way. Down the left field line, foul. That was a good pitch.
Well, one thing about Parra, he wants to swing the bat, so he will expand, especially the bases loaded.
That is true. 336 averages, on base averages right around 360. So he is not taking a lot of walks.
And he's got one more pitch here to go out of the strike zone with and hope he chases.
Two. He got a piece of it. He did not.
Got a piece. Good curveball.
It was. It was in the strike zone, but it was a good curveball.
Some slide out to his front foot and reach. I mean, you do that to hitter. You've made a good pitch.
It goes on for Stratton, approaching a 40-pitch inning on a hot day in Denver. Still a 1-run game. Curveball rolled softly to second, and it'll be Stratton covering for the out. Well, after all that, I think the Giants can take a deep breath and say we're only down by 1. Well, on this Labor Day Monday, wherever you are, maybe you're out at the beach, up in Mendocino, Lake Donner in the mountains. We hope you're enjoying this Labor Day holiday. We are here in Denver at Coors Field, 3-2 Rockies over the Giants. After a long slog of a bottom of the fourth inning, the Rockies only got the 2 runs, so the Giants at least have stayed in this game. Chris Stratton, it has not been easy for him. 98 pitches in 4 innings, and I'm guessing that'll be all for him. His spot is due up here in the 5th, so we'll find out soon. Hundley, Williamson, and then the pitcher due up. Strike 1 from Chad Bettis. And after all of it, the Giants are just down a run.
Yeah, I thought he did well to minimize the damage. It could have just gone weird right there, especially in the part of the order he was facing.
Hundley to right center field. That one carrying pretty well. Blackman will stop just short of the wall. And maybe the fact that wind is now blowing in a little bit more than it was knocked that down.
He hits that last inning, it's a home run. It's amazing how things can change here so quickly. And the wind, no question, knocked that thing down. We could feel it coming into the booth.
So Mac Williamson comes up, and Carlos Moncrief comes out on deck. So that probably means that they've already made the decision.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Stratton will be finished for the day. Mac, a pop up, and we'll see if that stays playable. It will not.
You know, there's some ballparks that you can see weather change fairly quickly. Chicago is the town that can happen with. Up around Cleveland or Detroit, things can come in rather quickly, but nothing comes close to how quickly weather can change as it does here in Coors Field here in Denver. I mean, it could be 88 degrees at first pitch, and by the last pitch it could be 37 degrees.
A little slow roller. Arenado cuts in front of the shortstop. Why wouldn't he?
Well, the rule of thumb, if you're playing third base, if you're going to your left, take everything you can get. And for a Gold Glover like Arenado, that's right in his wheelhouse. Comes in and watch the exchange from below the belt. Quick flip of the wrist. Bullet. Off the right foot, does it as good as anybody.
I think he's the best defensive player regardless of position in the big leagues.
Give a good argument for him.
So Carlos Moncrief hitting for Chris Stratton. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 5th. Chad Bettis has found a nice rhythm. As soon as I say that, he does that.
Broadcasters, Jenks.
Yeah, he was bound to miss with 1. He's been hitting his spots here. He's retired 7 Giants in a row since the home run by Span. He's only given up the 1 base runner since the first inning. Guy who is a great story.
Yeah, he's an inspirational story, no question.
He is. Not an easy day for that guy.
But he survived. He kept his team in the game. Look, the pitch count said you're only going to be able to give us 4 innings a day. Kept us in the game. 11 base runners in 4 innings. And yet he kept them in the game.
Giants go down in order. The strikeout of Moncrief. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, where the Giants are headed to the bullpen. 3-2 Rockies.
property of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Well, we're back here at Coors Field in Denver on Labor Day Monday, bottom of the 5th. Rockies have a 3-2 lead over the Giants when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Albert Suarez comes in.
14th time he has come in for Suarez. He has had a couple bumps in the road, have bloated up his ERA, but if you look at his numbers, 32 base runners in 23 innings, that's pretty good. 28 strikeouts in 23 innings, that's really good. A 4-to-1 strikeout. 3.5 to 1 strikeout walk ratio, which is outstanding.
Just has not been consistent. The home run ball has often been the problem for Albert. He's a guy who's missed most of the year. He had a calf problem that kept him out for a huge chunk of this season. Facing Mark Reynolds, who's 0 for 2.
Suarez has got 2 good breaking balls. He's got a curveball that you just saw. He's also got a good hard slider. Cut the ball, give you a mid-90s fastball, changeup. He's got all the components. But he has to rely on good location.
Well, the job now is we're in Denver. Giants, you figure you got to score more than 2 to win a game here. So the job now is just keep the Giants close, give them a chance with their offense later in the game to try to win this one. Giants would like to win a game at Coors. They haven't done it yet this year. Got him with the curve.
Well, the D-backs are going to take on the Giants Friday, September 15th through the 17th. And on Sunday the 17th, the first 20,000 fans will receive an Orlando Cepeda statue replica presented by Konica Minolta. Join us as we celebrate Orlando's 80th birthday at the ballpark. We will sing a happy birthday to Cha-Cha. As always, you need tickets, go to sfgiants.com. The Baby Bull.
One out. High to Carlos Gonzalez for ball 1. You can do 2 things at once at a baseball game. Braid came out. Time to redo that.
Multitasking at the yard.
Have some kettle corn and watch the game.
Mom had to decline. She had 2 hands full of hair.
Yeah. Three and 0. Pitch walk. Misses outside to Ian Desmond.
Trying to pound those knees to get that ground ball. I mean, that's the goal from Suarez's perspective. 2-seam fastballs, a little cut. If you miss down below the strike zone. But that's 6 balls in a row. He needs to get in the strike zone.
Yes, he does.
One thing about Joe West, if he stops looking for strikes, your corners dry up. If all of a sudden you get a wild hair up your nose and it's about a 6 or 7 pitch tour you take, and you can't find the strike zone, you will not get corners. I mean, and a weird tour can happen to you if you're out there on the mound. You can go 7, 8 pitches, and all of a sudden you lose it. And you can also lose your umpire. Wes is one of those guys.
There's a strike. Got him to swing at the fastball.
Well, it's a thank you very much. You know, I mean, it's one thing that a lot of hitting coaches say, get a good pitch. But if you're a pitcher and you've thrown 6 balls in a row, you start to feel a little bit. And I've felt in that situation, let a pitcher dig himself a hole. That would have been ball 3. Suarez got a break there.
On the ground toward the middle, it hit the mound, picked nicely by Panic, and that's a double play. So the Giants will take it. That's a way to work around that walk. On to the 6th, 3-2 Rockies. Giants Rockies tomorrow. Our next telecast of 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Pregame live at 4:30 right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. You can stream the games on the NBC Sports app, NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also the place to go for all the news and info with Alex and company. So start of a road trip here today. You see 6 games with the off day on Thursday. 3 here in Denver, 3 in Chicago against the White Sox. Denard Span shows bunt, pulls back and takes a ball. So you're here with us in Denver.
Yep.
Then you'll go home and we'll go to Chicago, and John will join us in Chicago. John's not here in Denver. And our partner Dwayne Kuiper has never been to that ballpark, right?
Never been to Comiskey Park.
You've been there. You've seen it.
I have.
Yeah.
I pitched in the old one.
I wish the old one were still there.
It was a pretty cool yard.
It was cool. It was beat up and old.
The only time I pitched in it, I mean, I was a National League guy. We had the strike in 1981, and then after 51 days of strike, we came back and we had a little home and away with the White Sox. You know, those are exhibition games that get going in the second half. I pitched 1 inning there.
Span to left field. The defense was shading that way. A diving attempt, but no catch by Parra. Span's going to speed his way into second. That's a double.
Impressive. Impressive in that he hit a fastball in out of the ballpark in the 3rd inning, and here they pitch him away and he goes with it and beats Bettis the opposite way, and he drove that ball. So 2 really good at bats from Denard Span today.
He needed him. He had been in a real funk at the plate. He's looked good. So now Panic, who launched a home run in the first inning, takes that curveball.
So it was an exhibition game. I started the game against the White Sox, pitched an inning, and then it was, okay, go run in the outfield. Sold out house, packed. So I go run out there in front of the bleachers in right field, and about my second sprint, somebody wings an Old Crow bottle right by my head. It was empty, but still, that was the last sprint I ran in Comiskey Park.
Yeah, time to get back inside.
Joey Malfitano, our skipper, goes, "What are you doing? You're supposed to go run." I go, "Joey, I almost got smoked in the head with a whiskey bottle." "What kind was it?" "It's Old Crow." "Was there any left in it?" "No." "All right then."
Hit the showers. Chris Russin in the bullpen. One and two.
First inning, Joe Panic stepped up, fastball in, and he proceeds to spank one over the wall. His 10th home run in his career. Denard Span's home run was his 10th home run of the year.
Ground ball, and that's going to do the job. Up the middle, base hit. Span around third. He will tie the game.
Top of the lineup, making some noise. That's where all the offenses come from. Take a look at the location. I mean, that's not a hanger. It's around the outside corner at the knees. Just defending, very, very compact approach. It's almost like he was playing pepper with Bettis up the middle, and he gets an RBI as a reward.
Several of the Rockies' big hits in this game have been very much like that. A little taste of their own medicine. A chance to build the inning now with Buster Posey up. Buster 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Fastball high and tight. When the Rockies took the lead in the 4th inning, they had not had a lead in 39 innings. Not a lead since Tuesday.
That's a long time.
That is a really long
with
time.
The history the Rockies have had with offense. There's Bud Black. It'll make him scratch his head.
And now their lead today is gone. 2-0. Well, you do wonder, Russ and the left-hander up in the bullpen, if Posey gets on base, that might be it for Chad Bettis. Who knows? Maybe even if he gets Buster. That was a big hit by Panic. Posey had a pretty good cut. 2-1.
Well, that's what you hope to get. You hope to get a fastball challenge middle in just above the knee, and that's pretty much where it was. That's a pitch that you think about if you miss it.
Yeah, I think Buster's still, he's coming back and playing. He's had some hits and driven the ball, hit the ball hard since coming back, but it's still not 100%.
No, that thumb injury is going to bother him the rest of the year.
That one skied to right field. Cargo catches it right along the foul line. I think Panic was trying to find the ball as the base runner. He kind of lost it up in the haze. Crawford's coming up, and we are going to have a pitching change. Bud Black not only make the change on the mound, he's going to make a double switch. So it looks like either Desmond or maybe even Mark Reynolds coming out of the game. So Crawford's coming up, new pitcher for the Rockies. Giants have tied it. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Giants into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. From Colorado, where the Giants have tied the Rockies with a run here in the 6th. Denard Span leadoff double, set it up. Now Chris Russin takes over on the mound for the Rockies.
Chris Russin, a former starter. Now he finds a home in the bullpen. He's done a good job. You see the 3-0 record with a 2.34 ERA. And just about averaging a base runner per inning. You get to where your whip, walks and hits per innings pitches right around 1. You're having a heck of a year. And he's doing that. You get a fastball that can go low to mid-90s. He can sink and cut the fastball. He's got a slider and a changeup that he'll throw at you.
Well, the other change is part of the double switch. Trevor Story is in to play shortstop. Ian Desmond goes from short to first. Mark Reynolds is the guy who comes out. So the pitcher spot is now the number 5 spot in the order. Brandon Crawford will face Chris Russin here. Crawford's seen him a lot. 17 career at bats against him. The one guy on the Giants who's really hit him well is Posey. There are a few others, but Posey's had a lot of success against him. Strike 1 to Brandon, who is 0 for 2 in this game.
Giants got the right guy up there right now. He has been red hot. Righties, lefties, hasn't mattered.
It's funny, a little mechanical adjustment. You figure the whole year of struggle by his standards, and part of it was Brandon was not healthy. He hasn't been healthy, but he's feeling better. And then a little mechanical tweak, nothing major, just kind of unlocks everything.
Slowed his lower half down. When he's going good, you're going to see good balanced swings. Even if he misses, that was a good swing. Rustin threw a good pitch, good breaking ball, all right, but he had good swing. I mean, his back leg was timed to the pitch.
Oh, 2. Good save by the catcher Lucroy.
A little quick pitch there by Russin.
He does. He likes to do that. Mix things up, mix the timing up.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
He's sneaky.
If he's on your side, you love it.
I don't know why more guys don't do it. I mean, Johnny Cueto's the master of it. It really isn't as easy as he makes it look, but it's effective. If you upset the timing of that hitter, you've won.
Got him with the little cutter or slider down for strike 3.
But right back down below the strike zone. So twice in that sequence, he got Crawford to chase below. So Russin getting the job done.
Not many at bats like that lately for Crawford. And here's Pablo, who needs a hit in a major way. Batting right-handed, which has not been his stronger side. Ball 1. In fact, with the Giants, Pablo's 1 for 22 from this side of the plate.
Well, of late, he's had better bat speed from the right side. And it starts with that. Boy, he pulled his head off that swing badly. It's the head go out. And you're never going to be able to stay on a pitch on the outside part of the plate when you do that with your head.
Well, Bruce Bochy told us before the game he strongly considered giving Pablo a few days off just to hit the reset button, but he did say, well, you know, Pablo's still bouncing around with energy. He wants to be in there. He's arguing to be in there. And, you know, frankly, this is an evaluation for the Giants with him. So it's a chance to, in a year that's gotten away from you, take basically a free look at a guy who had a lot of great years for you.
Well, and they can afford to be patient. I mean, if they can give him an opportunity this month to work his way into consideration for a job next year. But he has to take advantage of it.
Yeah. One and two. That one gets away from the catcher. Rolls all the way to the dugout.
That was a big league wild pitch right there.
That was. If you write WP on your scorecard for what you maybe consider VWP or EWP or BLWP.
Big league wild pitch. All right, let's take a look. Lucroy, who's a good ball blocker.
No chance.
Could do nothing with this one. So Lucroy's going to come out and say, dude, don't do that again.
Well, that's a go-ahead run in scoring position, so that is a big wild pitch. We'll see if Pablo and the Giants can take advantage of it. Even when he has gotten some hits these last couple of years from this side of the plate, not a lot of power, so that he doesn't need power here, just a base hit to the outfield. 2-2 on the ground. It'll be backhanded by Story just in the game. Nice play. And the struggles continue for Pablo. Giants get one to tie, but only one. Middle six, 3-3.
Is brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. By AAA. Get a free canvas backpack. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/roadtrip or to a AAA branch for details. By Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
Coors Field, Denver 3-3, bottom six. Giants and the Rockies. Albert Suarez still in the game on the mound for the Giants. Chris Stratton went 4. Giants have tied it up. Giants led 1-0. They led 2-1. Then they trailed 3-2. Now it's 3-3. Lucroy and then Trevor Story, who came on as part of the double switch. Curveball, not much on that one. Ball one.
you know, every team can have like a look for a player, and I think for the Colorado Rockies, the look is Charlie Blackmon. He's got the look of the Colorado Rockies. So when the Rockies acquired Jonathan Lucroy, I mean, he kind of fit right in.
Let's get with the program, yeah.
He's got the look. I mean, I think the look is you want a bunch of mountain men, or at least mountain men looking guys. That's your Colorado Rocky team. And this guy, you know, he could get on a covered wagon and cover some ground here. Pull it off.
Pioneer Jonathan. 2-2 with the curve. Smashed and caught by Pablo. Man, still got some hops, the Panda.
Well, you know, he is. He's always had quick feet. Not a fast guy, but he's got quick feet. And he needed some quick hops to get up to this one because he didn't have a lot of time. Right up, spear job. Thank you very much, Panda. I mean, check the exit velocity on that one, will you? That was loud.
Yes, I will. Working on it. With John not here, we're not as equipped to do that. .99, so maybe not quite as hard as we thought, or I thought.
Hey, the Gamer Babes from San Jose are here.
You think they were impressed by that catch?
Yes, I do. San Jose, where the attitude is always good. Always.
The San Jose Giants are wrapping up their season today, are they not? I think they are.
I believe they are. Pablo Sandoval, a former San Jose Giant.
Yes. Many of these Giants went through San Jose on their way to the big leagues. Posey and Panic and Crawford. Pablo. Chris Stratton got him with the curveball. Story goes down swinging. 2 outs, nobody on. Back to the top of the order, and Charlie Blackmon. That's the team where Nolan Arenado's brother played this year. Jonah is Nolan's brother's first name. He had 13 home runs, 35 doubles this year in the Cal League.
Well, and he had an awful start, too.
Terrible start.
I mean, he really rallied the second half.
This guy's been good all the way through. Charlie Blackmon taking strike one. Three to 3. Brewers lost. Reds beat them on a walk-off. That's good news for Colorado. They're only a half game ahead of Milwaukee in the wild card standings. And that game is over. Billy Hamilton hit the walk-off. That's not maybe the #1 candidate on that Reds team. You'd circle for that.
No. Billy Hamilton, I mean, if you'd have told me that he walked, stole 2 bases, and then stole home to make it 3 bases, I'd believe that.
That's his version of a walk-off. It's his 4th home run of the year. Like an actual walk, and then just keep running. 2-2. Back in the 3rd inning, this was Charlie Blackmon.
It was a 2-0 ball game at the time he led that inning off. 33rd home run. Have a year, Charlie Blackmon.
He's hit all of them from the leadoff spot, and the record is 39 in a year for a leadoff hitter. I mean, he's got a pretty darn good chance to have the greatest home run season from a leadoff hitter in history. Right off the glove of Panic. An error keeps the inning going.
would have been a good play. Panic would tell you. I mean, that's in his mind pretty routine, but as it splashed away from him, no time to regroup with the speed of Blackman. So now Albert Suarez is going to try and pitch through an air. Pick up Joe Panic. That's your goal now.
DJ LeMahieu, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Blackman, you do have to pay attention to him. His base stealing maybe has been the worst part of his game all year. He has 13 steals, but he's also been caught 8 times.
But he'll still go.
He will still go. And this is a spot. This would be a perfect spot for a steal. And I think you always have to play things a little differently here. Of course, you cannot give up outs on the bases in a place like this. But if you're ever going to risk one, 2 outs, you're the only base runner out there. You got a guy who's a really good hitter, but mostly a singles hitter.
I always thought if your leadoff hitter gets out with 2 outs at any point in the game, it's go time.
Yeah,
absolutely. But it is September. Legs can get a little tired.
By the way, did you see how the Diamondbacks defended DJ LeMahieu this weekend?
I did not.
They had all of their outfielders from center field to right. They had nobody in left field. They put the extreme opposite field outfield shift.
As good as he is to right field, it totally makes sense. He's as good as there is going to right field.
It really was remarkable. Blackman has not moved at first. LeMahieu on the ground to third. And that's out number 3. So Suarez does work around that error. Nice job. Pence is going to lead off. Kipe's coming back to join Mike. It's 3-3. On to the 7th we go.
Game summary is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Through 6 full innings of play, it is all tied up 3 apiece. Both starters, Stratton for the Giants, Bettis for the Rockies, out of the game. We saw Denard Span and Joe Panic hit solo shots, each their 10th of the year. For Charlie Blackman, his 33rd of the year, and that's where they are. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Giants. 3 runs on 8 hits for the Rockies. New pitcher now for Colorado. It's going to be Pat Neshek. Well, it's time for a change. The Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. So, back to the top of the 7th inning, 3-3 tie. Once again, here's Dwayne Kuiper.
Okay, Mike, and there's the numbers for Neshek.
Great year. I mean, 46 base runners in 53 innings.
Foul back. Where's Michael Morris when we need him?
Michael Morris owns him. Not many can make that claim. Neshek can give you sidearm velocity in the low 90s with a slider and a changeup, and in major funkiness.
And he's ahead of Pence right now. On the ground to second. And LeMahieu's going to throw him out. And that'll bring up Hundley. Hundley's 0 for 2. The damage offensively for the Giants have come with 2 hitters, Span and Panic. That's it. And Buster has 1 hit. After that, nobody has anything. Hundley takes a ball.
Usually you see guys from a low arm delivery, and they're not going to dazzle you with a lot of velocity. But Neshek, I mean, he can run it up there. Corey Guerin from a high sidearm. Neshek has a low sidearm. I mean, he's not full submarine, but pretty close to it. But to be able to put velocity that can go 90-93, that's impressive.
Hundley, more work for LeMahieu. And here's Mac Williamson. Strickland getting loose. So here's Big Mac trying to see if he can get one in the air to left center field. He's popped out and he's rolled out the third. No balls and 1 strike.
And he was tardy on that one. I mean, the big thing when you're hitting off a guy like Neshek is seeing the ball, seeing it out of his hands, because it's such an unusual delivery. You don't see it very often.
And that is a see you later. 3-3.
appearance on the year. ERA 2.96. If you get into September, pitched a whole year as a reliever, and you got a 2 ERA, 2 anything, you've had a good solid season. Strickland, mid to high 90s with that fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, more of a split, but now he's starting to throw 4 different pitches. And that's a good thing. Chris Stratton today hung in there. I mean, he battled hard. Wound up giving the Giants 4 innings and allowed 3 runs, but I mean, he had allowed 8 hits and 3 walks, and a 3-run score when you've allowed 11 base runners, you have hung in there. You got base runners, you got double plays. So Chris Stratton, I mean, he's going to walk out of here thinking, you know what, I didn't do that great, but hey, this is Coors Field. That's a good outing.
He showed me something today.
Yeah, he did.
You know what he showed me? You can hang in this place.
He can hang.
In a place that's hard to hang in.
A place that's, you know, got haunted history, and it's got a loaded lineup. He's given his team a chance to win.
So it'll be the matchup of Strickland and Arenado. Let's see if that has happened before. Sure it has. 2 for 10. Arenado against Strickland. Arenado has been on base twice today. A single and a walk. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a good 1-0 win for Strickland. This is power on power right here. Strickland, Arenado.
A bit outside. We're at Opara. And then the pitcher spot. Three and 1.
Well, this is the situation right here that separates the men from the boys at Coors Field. I mean, you can't walk Arenado. It's a tie ball game. It's the 7th inning. It's the leadoff hitter. You've got to challenge him.
Hunter Pence through the haze. Hunter Pence puts it away as that fly ball turned into a pop-up with a lot of personality.
Well, there's wind coming from the right side of the field, and any pop-up's going to be affected by it. And that one has some drift coming back into the field. So a nice win on the 3-1 count for Strickland.
I was over on the radio side, and that gives you an idea of how Hundley's ball was definitely knocked down. Because when Hundley hit it, I thought it was gone.
So did Hundley.
Here's Parra. Parra is 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing.
95-mile-an-hour with cut.
Out of play.
Hernandez getting the bat in his hands, getting the feel of it. It's that time of the game.
Out of play again. Tachman. Mike Tachman, the pinch hitter, is on deck. Oh, and 2. Strickland to Parra. Out of play again. There you go. Is that a hot dog?
No. It's a strawberry fruit kebab.
Yeah, I was hoping it was a hot dog.
Strawberries dipped in white chocolate, dark chocolate.
Really make for a better story.
Well, I don't get excited about chocolate-covered strawberries, but hot dogs I do.
Yeah. On the ground, Panic. Panic is going to have this one stay in his glove. So, 2 outs. Tachman's going to be pulled back.
Your attention. Pitch hitting for the Rockies in place of the
Ryan McMahon.
I wanted to see Tachman. He's a bit unique. He came out of Bradley University. Isn't there a famous basketball player in the Bay Area out of Bradley University?
You know where Bradley is? I think it's in Peoria, Illinois. I played in Peoria. I should know that.
Yeah, you should. You were raised not that far away from Peoria.
Here's McMahon, and he rolls this one as he splinters the bat at home plate. I waited all day for that, and that'll end the inning. Nice job by Strickland, and we'll have a pinch hitter coming up. Riverfront down by 8 runs after 6 innings. Giants scored 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, 5 in the 9th, and beat the Reds 9-8. Tied for the largest comeback in Giants history. And the Reds loaded the bases in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, but did not score. But that's not the most important thing that happened that day.
What is?
My wife, Michelle, found out the true meaning of Labor Day. 28 years ago, Dannon was born. So happy birthday, Dannon.
Happy birthday, Dannon Kuiper.
The game was on while she was in the process of
Labor.
getting into labor, and she finally asked the doctor if we could turn the TV off. This is kind of about me right now.
Yeah. Well, I think she had a good point. Right now it's Jake McGee who's coming in. McGee, good fastball, 53 strikeouts in 50 2/3 innings. You're going to see mid to high 90s fastballs and a lot of them. He's got a curveball and a slider, but for the most part, you get in there, you're going to look for fastballs, period.
So Tomlinson is going to step up. And then Span, and then Panic. If Span and Panic had decided to take the day off, the Rockies would be leading 3-0. Here's the 1-1. Swinging and a miss, 1-2. Let's see the numbers for Kelby Tomlinson. He's done a real good job pinch hitting. It's not an easy job at all.
Well, you would know. You did a lot of it.
Did it? I didn't actually say that I liked it, but that's how you stay in the big leagues.
Of all the things defined as jobs in the big leagues, that may be the toughest.
Center field. Blackman, however, has got a beat on it.
Well, MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Giants baseball. Download MLB.com at bat today.
Center fielder number 2,
Span is bounced out, homered, and he's doubled. He scored 2 runs. You know what's harder, Mike? Going in for defense. Because you can't screw up if you go in for defense, because they put you in there because they think you're better than the guy that is out there.
Well, especially when you were playing back at Candlestick, when you didn't have an indoor batting cage to get loose.
I mean, look, if you pinch hit and you make an out, it's like, well, you're going to fail. What? 7 times?
At least.
Out of 10. But if you boot a ground ball, that's the one that'll wear on you. Look out. Right back up the middle. And Span's got his 3rd hit.
Yeah, 3 legs of the cycle.
This was the home run in the 3rd.
3rd inning. Got a challenge fastball and a 2-strike count. And did this. Home run number 10 of the year. And in the 6th inning, he went down the left field line with a double. 3 really solid at bats today. Actually, his first at bat he hit on the nose to start the game.
Panic is 2 for 3. There's a first pitch strike.
You know, it's amazing how 10 home runs in the home run column look a lot better than 9.
Of course. Yep.
20 looks a lot better than 19 and on down the line. It just does. But double-digit numbers in home runs.
And a little low to Panic.
Panic last year hit 10 home runs.
And a soft toss, and Span back easily. And another toss to first. Span's got 8 steals. Line drive, center field, and a base hit. So Span and Panic have 6 hits between them.
6 for 8. 2 homers, 1 double, 3 singles, and they have set the table for Buster Posey. You know, we don't say this very often, but if you hit a home run right now to left field or right field, anywhere, you got to earn it.
You got to earn it.
There's that much wind coming into the face of the hitter.
So McGee to face Buster Posey. High, 1 ball and no strikes. Buster singled in the first, struck out in the third, popped out to right field in the 6th. That was all against Bettis. Taps it foul as it'll roll right to Crawford. Pretty nice crowd here on Labor Day, 28,300. Kind of a hazy day. Actually, Mike mentioned it earlier, it's true. A lot like what we saw at AT&T Park.
Forest fires have definitely affected the air. And we're talking about the entire western United States.
Foul back. We checked the temperature at AT&T Park. You know what it is?
What is it?
76. It's not bad. So McGee is out in front of Buster Posey. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Span and Panic are your base runners. We're in the 8th. No swing. That was close. 2 and 2.
Close indeed. So you live to see another pitch. Yep, did not go.
He didn't.
Andy Fletcher had an opportunity to ring one up early in the game on Nolan Arenado. Pretty much the same deal. Did not ring him up.
I'm going to try to jam Posey. And now timeout is called.
Taking too much time.
See where Lucroy sets up. Double play ball. Posey hit it right on the nose, and that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It remains 3-3. It's time for a change. Thanks, Speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Mark Melancon coming into his 31st game. And for Melancon, he still wants to give this team something. He's going to have a surgical procedure at some point here soon. And but he thinks, hey, I can still make a contribution, wants to. It's not anything that is going to jeopardize him starting on time next spring. And he's on to pitch here in this 8th inning.
And it'll be Carlos Gonzalez who's going to lead things off. So here's Gonzalez. Swing and a miss.
Gonzalez coming out hacking. Melancon, I mean, he's not with all of his tools right now. Still got a good tilt on the curveball. He's got a good cut. His velocities are down, perhaps.
Tapped to Buster Posey. Buster will step on the bag. 1 out. And here's Desmond.
First baseman, number 20, Ian Desmond.
So Desmond's 1 for 3. And
where was that, Joe West? Killing me.
Joe blinked, I think, and he just didn't see it.
A low ball guy, though. He does miss some high strikes.
There's a strike.
So here's the previous pitch. First pitch breaking ball. You're going to say, I'm going to just get it in there. Joe.
Out of play. 1 and 2.
One thing about Joe West, though, I mean, you never worry about a game getting out of control.
No.
You just don't.
No. He will not allow that to happen.
The Blue Cowboy has had a very, very good career as an umpire.
Got him.
So the high cutter for Melancon sends Desmond back to the bench.
Catcher, number 21.
Take a look at the kill pitch. Still got 91 miles an hour on that cutter. I mean, that's not that far off from the velocity when he's throwing good. When he's completely healthy, which he has not been at any point this year. Greg Holland, the closer for the Rockies, heating up. He's going to pitch the top of the 9th inning, no matter what.
And he'll be facing Crawford, Sandoval, and Pence. So here's Lucroy. And a bit outside. Same spot, 2-0. If Lucroy reaches, it'll be Story who's on deck, and there's a strike.
Just a bit low, perhaps. Although Mark Melancon's thinking, I just didn't get that pitch. I made my pitch, I just didn't get my pitch. And the difference between 2-2 and 3-1 is, that's a big deal.
So the walk. And that'll bring up Trevor Story.
27, Trevor Story.
Five walks issued by the Giants, and so far they've been pretty lucky. So Tuckman is going to run for Lucroy. Melanson about to throw pitch number 12 here in the 8th. It's high, 1 ball and no strikes. So there's Tuckman. In the dirt. And now the walk ends up into a double.
Well, that changes everything.
It does.
Definitely makes the cheese a little more binding as that breaking ball in the dirt kicks away from Hundley.
A 2-out walk and a wild pitch. And Story's waiting on Melanson. Tap to third. Foul.
Very close to being fair. Let's take a look. Third base umpire Chris Siegel on the call. There you can see the ball clearly kicked on the foul side.
So Story back after a long run down the first base line. Melanson looking into his old college teammate. Out of play, 2-2.
Trevor Story, one of those hitters on this Rockies team that does not make much adjustment. He's thinking bleachers with every swing. It's like he almost uses a golf overlap grip.
Very high. You really want to face the next guy.
No, you don't. Not with a runner in scoring position. It's in a tie ball game. Charlie Blackmon.
Three and two. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Story strikes out. We'll go to the ninth. It remains 3-3.
Giants post-game live highlights, reaction, and analysis, and it's all coming up for a full hour right after the game.
It's a 3-3 ball game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So now you see the closer for the Rockies, Greg Holland, 36 saves on the year. He's had a fantastic season, 59 strikeouts and 48 2/3. Has hit on a little bit of rocky times here. Hasn't thrown quite as hard. When he's right, you're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball from a high 3/4. He's got a big curveball slider and a split, all of which can strike you out. That's when it's going good.
Crawford looks at a strike. Crawford is 0 for 3, then Sandoval, then Pence. Oh, and 2.
Well, it looks like his velocity is pretty normal to me.
Walters is now behind the dish.
See, that's the thing about scouting reports. And somebody will say, this guy's not throwing or he's not playing. Then when you see the guy and he's throwing great, you're thinking,
Yeah, it's called the eye test.
That's what you've been around this game long enough. You don't trust anything until you see it. A little humpback 2-strike fastball there, added to 95, did not miss by a bunch. So 3 pitches, 3 fastballs.
That's a fair ball. Crawford out.
Now, Rockies protected the line, and it was a good thing. He and Desmond playing right near that foul line, gobbled it up.
Here's Sandoval, who's 0 for 3.
Well, he's 0 for 32, and that's the longest 0 for since 1984 when John LeMaster went 0 for 37. So Pablo needs a hit.
One ball and no strikes.
He has always hit well in Coors Field. how he caught that ball, but that is a remarkable play. And when a guy's got an 0 for 32 going, this is the kind of stuff that happens to him. I mean, that nut was roasted, and watch the reaction from Holland. And it knocks him flat on his back. And all he did was put his glove up to protect his face. And for Pablo, it continues to be a big league hang with him. Wow.
So here's Pence. And Pence takes low.
And that will unnerve you if you're out there on the hill. Sandoval absolutely beside himself. Can't buy a base hit.
Pence pops this one back and out of play. Pence likes that pitch up and out over the plate. Big chopper. And that'll end the inning. Well, Holland comes in and gets 3 ground balls, and we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Pitcher.
Stephen Oker going to be the new pitcher for Bruce Bochy. For Oker, 35th time he's come into a big league game. He's got called up September 1st, and since he's been called up, he's been very good. When he's good, you're going to see a low 3/4 release with a fastball that can go 90, 94, curveball and a slider.
So that'll be the matchup. Giants getting settled defensively. And a bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Blackman has been on base 3 times, 2 hits. He reached on a panic error in the 6th. high fly ball. Wind is going to play with this one, and it's going to be Williamson who drops it. Well, you saw it coming. We did.
The wind, which was completely non-existent at the start of this game, is a howling force coming right in out of center field, and any pop-up is going to get pushed back towards the infield. And Mac Williamson, he broke back on the ball. He had to come a long way. And in the end, when he finally gets to it, he gets glove on it, and he can't not put it in the pocket. So a two-base mistake, and that changes everything.
And Oakland is the one that gets punished because they rule it a double.
I'd say about a third of the official scorekeepers around the league would rule that a double.
Yeah, I'm with you. So here's LeMahieu, who hits this one right at Posey, and he checks Blackman wisely, and LeMahieu, who does everything right, does not get the runner over.
How about that?
Renato's not going to hit. So that's the perfect storm right there. So here's Parra.
Left fielder, number 8, Parra.
Good speed with Blackman at second. Giants are going to bring her in, their outfield in. You've got good arms in the corners with Williamson and Hunter Pence.
So Parra is 0 for 3. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Not by much. Two and 0. Now the one thing he cannot do is walk Parra. He has to make him swing the bat. You cannot walk a runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. So this 2-0 pitch becomes an opportunity because Parra knows he's got to come in the strike zone. So he goes at him with a breaking ball at a 2-0 count, and he misses inside.
So it's 3-0. So Valleca is going to be announced.
Hitting for the Rockies in place of the pitcher number 4, Valleca.
And Bruce Bochy's going to double switch with Ryder Jones and Pablo Sandoval. So we're going to take a break as Corey Guerin's going to come in. It's a 3-3 ball game. Could be bleak, but Guerin gets a strikeout or a double play. Things will get better, but right now it's Corey Guerin who's going to try to get out of this mess. Otherwise, the Rockies are going to walk out of here with a win.
Well, he's built to get out of the mess. I mean, he is a guy that can get you a ground ball and get you a strikeout. You look at the strikeout totals, 52 and 58 2/3. It tells you he is capable to pitch for that. Thing is, when you are in a bases loaded one-out situation, you're going to have to bring your infield in, so you do limit your range. For Guerin, high sidearm delivery, he gives you a low 90s velocity. He's got a slider and a changeup. So he's got weapons to get out of it, but he does have to throw a strike. And that'll be the first challenge. Get in the strike zone, be aggressive with that first pitch.
Well, there's your switches. Ryder Jones is now at third. The Giants are hoping that Jones gets an at-bat in this game. So Valleca's got 15 pinch hits this year.
Yeah, 3 of them are home runs. I mean, he's been outstanding. He's their guy. It's the 48th pinch hit at bat he's had, so he's definitely familiar with the territory. This is the guy Bud Black wants up here in a contact situation.
Giants play the infield in.
And the outfield in as well.
And now timeout is called. I'm surprised more hitters don't do that.
Well, Corey Guerin is very slow. I mean, he's as deliberate as anybody. And Valleca finally saying, I'm not going to get iced down, called timeout.
No balls in one strike.
Good pitch. Comes right at him with a breaking ball. Had to get in that strike zone. Valleca was thinking he had to come at me. That's a great first pitch strike. So very quickly on top of him, 0-1. Now he's got 2 pitches to go in the corners. Backs it up. Another good slider. Perfect location. And Valleca stepping out, trying to regroup. I mean, this is bang bang. You can't throw 2 better sliders from that high sidearm delivery than that. 3 pitches, 3 sliders, grab some pine.
I think what Guerin does when he pauses for so long, I think it messed with him.
No, a 3-pitch see ya. All 3 beautifully throwing sliders.
But not out of the woods yet. Gonzalez is 1 for 3. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
94. Outside, not by much.
Hundley saves the day. It's 2-0.
It's one of the best defensive plays all day. I mean, he didn't backhand this, and he goes down with his hand in the traditional blocking position for a catcher. I mean, and that was high velocity.
Well, this one's got to be down the middle of the plate, doesn't it?
He's got a challenge.
Has to be a strike. And that's the ball game. A 4-pitch walk to Carlos Gonzalez, and the Rockies, they just kind of win against the Giants in this ballpark in a number of different ways. This one, however, I did not see coming.
Yeah, I didn't either, especially when we saw Guerin 3-pitch Valleca. You're thinking, all right, he's got a good feel of the strike zone, and then to go 4-pitch into a walk and walk off. It's a tough way to walk off the field if you're the Giants. So now they've lost 8 games here this year against these Rockies. And a tough way to lose a Labor Day challenge.
Final score, it's the Rockies 4 and the Giants 3. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants Postgame Live starts right now.